something that comes after a while, especially when you have begun the emotional and spiritual cleanse of yourself to purify yourself. A lot of the times, twins often wonder why their arguments get nowhere. That's literally because you are arguing with yourself in the mirror. When you think about it, it's actually quite funny, because all these arguments doesn't mean you don't like your twin flame. Lots of twin flames panic at this stage, but what they don't realize is that they have to purge all these spiritual toxins at the 3D level, things that have weighed them down to ascend higher. When you ascend higher, things that you would do on a normal human level start to feel a bit strange to you, almost as if your spiritual ascension is warping time and you feel that tug. A lot of twin flames I have personally met have remarked that they feel that they have to change their diet, their living arrangements, and their thought patterns, because something just doesn't fit right in their life anymore, and they feel the pull to purify. Perhaps it is because they realize that their spiritual journey blocks were coming from within after all. What one twin flame doesn't realize about the other is that on this journey, your twin does become the most important thing, and often separation occurs when both twins aren't ready to co-create and join up at a place where they have done their individual emotional, spiritual and psychological work in order to get to a place of harmony. Once you get into your own spiritual place of harmony is when it's almost as if time stops and the universe looks you straight in the eye. It's such an immense and purified feeling. Once that place is reached, you often end up finding that your ascension comes quite naturally. The awakened twin flame leads the torque light path for the matrix twin flame who is always confused as to what is going on with them. The awakened twin flame very much has to go through their own dark night of the soul to figure out what really will be happening, and how it will be happening. When they have got that level of clarity, they can then turn back and find the same pathway to be able to help the matrix twin break out of their programming and help themselves. Sometimes this essence is done in a physical as well as a clairvoyant stream, as you not feel comfortable enough with your life to send good positive vibes to your twin, regardless of how they are treating you. You are no longer dependent on their mood towards you. You are able to make your soothing energy a reflection that washes and synchronizes with their spiritual soul energy. Such ascension is a process and not an event. With it being a process, you must always remember that it takes time for you, as what I assume to be the awakened twin flame, to actually come to terms with your own drama and faults, and work through all the kinks. And we realize that life tends to be a big process of personal trial and error. It is a gradual, and very somber process of shedding your earthly values and skin, in order to look at this world and your life in general from a 5D twin flame perspective. It also leaves you feeling a little imbalanced because you then have to recalibrate and balance on an earthly plane in 3D, which can often be quite challenging. The twin flame ascension and union is often very close when you realize how much work you have both had to go through in order to be able to get to a point where both your spirits are constantly with each other, on a very conscious level. Please keep in mind that time is relative, and what might feel like an eternity of time for some when they are going through a harsh experience, it might be felt a lot less to someone else. A twin flame spirit comes to the understanding that after a while, wanting to hurry things up is a lost cause. An experienced twin flame learns to dance with time and allow it to sometimes take over because things are taking longer than they should. We are not slaves to time, yet we cannot dictate time. Yet within our twin flame energy and soul we have the power to make 1 minute feel like an eternity, and an eternity feel like 1 minute. Are you running out of ascension time as a twin flame? One last point that I want to make is that I do not know the special circumstances within your twin flame relationship, perhaps one with your twin flame runner if you are at that stage, and what obstacles you are currently facing. I have often heard people say that perhaps their twin flame was born too soon, or too late, Or perhaps if they could just go back in time and meet their twin flame at a specific point in time. Before their twin flame was married to someone else, or perhaps before their twin flame had a karmic relationship with someone else. Time is just a moment. A twin flame union is eternal. Ascension makes that cosmic shift when we are capable of accepting and moving beyond those imagined shackles of time we have places upon ourselves. It is that cosmic shift that occurs, whether we are fully aware of it or not. On a mental level, our spirit is fully aware. We no longer fear time, nor do we embrace it, because that would mean that we are still living within that bubble. What our spirit is that it is able to gain ascension, and realize that time is just one of many elements within our daily life, but once ascension happens we move beyond the streamlined process of daily life, and we move our spiritual process into a new level in 5D. In spiritual form we ascend to reach a world with our twin flame that is so unique, and it feels so amazing that see things differently. It is a process of loving life, loving ourselves, reflecting that love upon our twin self, and loving eternity.